fam, it's your boy Smiles Gaming coming back at you with another Destiny 2 Hunter build. This build is called the Frostee Lion. I play this build in Strikes, Gambit, and in a new seasonal battleground. Now, let's hop into the build. For the subclass, we will be running Revenant Hunter. By default, we'll have the Silence and Squall Super. Silence creates a flash freeze blast that freezes and damages targets, while Squall creates a stasis storm that slows and damages targets caught inside. Now, if you are running Revenant Hunter, when you throw your super, aim your super because you throw Silence first, and if you throw Squall too far back or too far ahead, what happens is the enemy can unfreeze out of Silence and run away from Squall. You want to hit them with Silence. If that doesn't kill them, Squall will instant kill them when it hits. So again, aim your super. Big tip. For our abilities, we're going to be running Gambler's Dodge, and the reason why is we're going to be wanting our Withering Blade to be topped off as much as possible because we're going to be using the slow that we can generate from them. Also, as you can see, it provides multiple charges. By default, we have 2 Withering Blade charges. By default. Now, triple jump is here just because it's just triple jump. You can use any jump that you feel comfortable with, but the Glacier Grenade is what we're going to be using most of the time. Reason being, we're going to be using the shatter damage. Yes, so basically, with Glacier Grenades, you form or create a wall of stasis crystals to block damage and freeze targets. We're going to be using the freeze, but the main thing we're going to be using is the shatter damage, because who doesn't like shattering things and killing them with that damage, right? For our aspects, we're going to be running Grim Harvest, 3 fragment slots. Defeating slowed our frozen combatants create stasis shards, but we're going to be turning our stasis shards into stasis wells, and I'll be explaining how we do that later in the build. Next aspect is going to be Touch of Winter. Reason we're using this is we're going to get that stasis crystal in our Glacier Grenade, and it's going to make our Glacier Grenade larger. So larger crystal, when it explodes, means bigger explosions. Alright, for our fragments, we're going to be using, I hope I pronounced this right, Whisper of Hedrons. Dramatically increase weapon stability, weapon aim assist, weapon airborne effectiveness, mobility, resilience, and recovery after freezing a target with stasis, minus 10 strength. Now, it might give us minus 10 strength, but here's the positive effect. So Whisper, when it's active, it gives you plus 60 mobility, plus 60 resilience, and plus 60 recovery. If you're in PvP and you have it activated, it's plus 30 to those stats. But if you're in PvE, any PvE activity, it's plus 60 for those stats. You get aim assist, and then you get plus 20 airborne effectiveness. So even though I know how everyone feels about airborne effectiveness, you get plus 20 of it. Alright, next one, Whisper of Shards. Shattering a stasis crystal temporarily boosts your grenade recharge rate. Shattering additional stasis crystals increase the duration of this benefit and plus 10 resilience. So of course I'm going to use it because I like to have my resilience at 100 in all my builds if possible, because that 40% damage reduction. But this also helps with our build because, again, like I said, we're going to be using the Glacier Grenades a lot. So us shattering these Glacier Grenades is going to also help us with our recharge rate. So as you can see, we're starting to build a little bit of synergy going on here, right? Now increase our next one, Whisper of Fissures, increases the damage and size of the burst of stasis when you destroy a stasis crystal or defeat a frozen target. Now again, with our Glacier Grenades, if they're direct impact, it freezes, and if they are close and we destroy them, it shatters. So we're going to get the benefit of shattering our stasis grenade and defeating the frozen targets. Alright, now Whisper of Rending. Primary ammo weapon does increased damage to stasis crystals and frozen targets. Now I don't know if anyone really paying attention to it, but this was changed this season. It used to only be kinetic primary ammo weapons do increased damage to stasis crystals. In season 19, they changed it to all primary ammo weapons. So now we can use elemental primary ammo weapons. And the reason why this is so crucial for this build is because we can use Fighting Lion. That's where the lion comes from in the build. Fighting Lion shoots primary ammo. It's a grenade launcher. Gonna see in a second where I'm going with this. Now, last one, Whisper of Bonds. Defeating frozen targets grants you super energy. Since again we're going to be trying to slow and freeze as much as possible, you might as well include Whisper of Bonds to get our super energy back, because the timers for stasis are slower than most the other subclasses. Alright, now the reason why I said the Fighting Lion is so important, because again it shoots primary ammo. If you didn't look at that, I'll show you that again. You can see it's primary ammo, right? Now usually hits about 25k. We're gonna have the ability in season 19, because this is a season 19 video, but still gonna use the build without it. We have the seasonal mod of, where's that? Here we go. Weaken Clear. So when using a grenade launcher, damaging a boss, damaging a champion, or breaking a combatant shield, reloads your stowed weapons and weakens combatant. Sorry about that. Now, minus the first couple of parts, we're going to be using it basically for the shield reload and the weaken, right? Now, if you come back and read Fighting Lion's perks, direct hits do more damage to combatant shields. So basically, if I'm hitting something with a shield, it's like I have spike grenades when it does damage to that shield. Dealing damage increases reload speed, so as I'm hitting you, I'm getting the reload speed, because if you can see, without the catalyst, the reload speed for Fighting Lion is 0, right? Now, rapid final blows against grenade damage combatants refill the magazine. It's a grenade launcher. We're going to be using this grenade launcher to either shoot at our stasis crystals, or we're going to be firing at combatants. Synergy is going to be there. And after this weapon fires, equipped kinetic and power weapons gain a brief period of increased handling and accuracy. And the catalyst is good for that, because I am running a heritage for my special weapon, just because with recombination times 8, it literally does 65k with no weapons of light to the head. 65k. And that's for recombination times 8. Sword, just because we're freezing stuff, and Cold Steel is pretty good at slowing and freezing. Main part of the build literally are the Frosties. Now the thing that makes Frosties so good is the rapid cooldown, increased grenade, melee, and dodge regeneration while sprinting. Dodging increases your sprint speed. Now, say that 5 times faster, right? Now, the best part about Frosties, sorry, not Stompies. The best part about Frosties is it basically almost insta activate. As soon as you start running, you get rapid cooldown. And as soon as rapid cooldown pops up on the left side of your screen, you're starting to get that increased regen for your abilities. The reason why these are so good for stasis builds because, again, stasis has the slowest timers. With Frostees, we're almost just negating all those negative timers because, again, with hunters, we're always running. We're on the move. So as soon as we start running, we're getting the regen from rapid cooldown, and we just keep on moving. Now, for the mods, you can use whatever mod you want to use, but this is just the mods I use for my stasis build. So I have Well of Restoration. Picking up Stasis Elemental Well grants you additional energy for your ability that has the lowest energy. 9 times out of 10, my ability with the lowest energy is going to be my grenade, because, again, we're going to always have at least one charge of the melee from the dodge, and we always have 2. So we start off with 2. If I use 1, okay, I'll be cool for a second. And if I need to use a second one, I'll dodge just to make sure that I top it off, and then I throw another one. So basically, the only one that's not regenning the fastest is going to always be my grenade. Now, remember how I said I was going to talk to you about how we're going to turn those elemental shards into wells. Those stasis shards, right? Elemental shards. So elemental shards is going to turn all those stasis shards we get from killing all those slowed or frozen enemies into stasis elemental wells. That's why we have Grim Harvest on. With this, we're going to be able to spawn a lot of stasis elemental wells. And if you do like to run the Phantomite builds, this would be perfect if you have a good prolonged engagement, or, well, this one's not good. The API is down right now, so I'm not gonna go to the tower to grab it. But yes, if you have a good prolonged engagement or any other good stasis weapon like the new linear fusion, it would be cool to use with Phantomite or even a Reed's Regret. But melee Wellmaker, because the shurikens do actually do a really nice amount of damage. So if I do need to spawn another well, I can just melee Wellmaker it. Now, for this one, you can either change it to Phantomite or keep Powerful Friends. The reason why I have Powerful Friends on now is because it's closer to 100, but usually I can take off Powerful Friends and run Font of Might because I keep on elemental time dilation. And if you know, Font of Might doesn't have a really long timer. So with this on, you pick it up. I think the font timer goes to 12 seconds. Don't quote me on that, because I want to say it's 12 seconds for sure. We can clear it for sure because our main weapon is gonna be the Fighting Lion. Thank you. If you like this content, please hit that like button, subscribe, and share this video. Thanks. It's your boy Smiles. Appreciate you. Enjoy the rest of your holiday.
This is an elevator. Clear the room. I'll get it working. the witch. Remember, we're here to save her. That debris.